Ladies and gentlemen, Singapore has just announced another 4 weeks extension. We are now in circuit breaker mode to combat the COVID-19 pandemic. To all those out there, I hope you take care of yourself, stay safe, and we will get through this. What is up everyone? The Real Rahim here. Welcome back to another tutorial episode. For those just joining us, do know that there will be camera related content every Friday. So do join us through this journey by subscribing right here. In the last episode, I gave you a breakdown of the different components that make up the exposure value. And I also mentioned that the shutter speeds can go by fractions of a second. But you will notice that on your camera, you can go beyond a second. And in some cameras, there is even a bulb mode where when you hold down the shutter, it will remain open until you let go. So in this episode, I will explain to you why you will want to use a slow shutter in order to get a very long exposure. Now, for most occasions, you will want to use a fast shutter speed in order to freeze and capture the moment. But sometimes for creative effect, instead of freezing the moment, you may want to smoothen out the motion that you see in the scene. Take for example this model that is behind the waterfall. Using a fast shutter speed captures her in the moment, but if I were to instead use a longer shutter speed, it will smoothen out the motion of the waterfall and will give her a dreamy look instead of a dramatic look like earlier. Now, capturing waterfalls for me more or less has always been to give it a more dreamy look, so slow shutter is always the preferred choice. But I also apply it to general landscape photography, especially if I find that the scene is uninteresting and maybe I just want to add a bit of creative spice to the scene. Here's a shot of Punggol Beach some time back where the waves crashing against the rocks weren't that flattering, so instead I slow down the shutter to 30 seconds in order to give the motion a bit more of a misty look to it. Now, in order to have such a long exposure, you will definitely need to mount your camera on a tripod. Even if you close down the aperture all the way to f18 as in the shot, I still had to use ND filters up front in order to cut more light from coming into the camera so that I can get a neutral exposure. So to learn about ND filters and camera gear, there'll be more episodes on weekdays just like this one, so do stay tuned. So this has been a quick video on shutter speeds, bringing you on the flip side of using slow shutter in order to get a more creative outcome. Alright, that's all I have. Hope you've learned something today that will bring you one step closer to becoming a better artist and content creator. Subscribe for more, hit that notification bell so you'll be informed of new episodes that are released every week. Thank you very nice, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.